is going on, guys? Welcome back to another session of Beer Break and Fix, brought to you by yours truly. Yeah, if you says, if you said raw coders, yes, you guessed it. How we doing all? Hope you're doing really good, and especially being the last day of the working week. I hope you have awesome things planned on the weekend and having some fun. So let's do first things first. Play the acknowledgement and pay our respects to the elders of the past, present, and future. So here we go. I begin today by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land on which we gather today and pay my respects to the elders past, present, and future. I extend that respect to Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people here today. Fantastic. So that was done very smoothly. Yeah, so you must be wondering at the moment where is Finesh because it's Friday and it's his day. So he's feeling unwell, so he won't really be joining us unfortunately. But yeah, so today we'll be going to be focusing on adding, I would say, the last functionality of the open source project that we are working on, and just to give you a really brief overview of what we are building. So we are actually building an open source project as in enhancing an already existing open source project called Scrambler. And we are basically adding persistent storage and also backing that up on AWS. So that's going pretty well. We did start our internal testing, but then realized that we kind of missed one functionality. So, which is why we would have to go back in the development mode to accomplish that. All right, and that functionality was basically we forgot. So I'll give you a bit of a visual view of what we did forget to do. Scrambler.ca. Actually, I'll open the existing one, which is already there. So I'll do a test board, or oops, this is some um, other notes. So what we did forget to do is basically um, add these columns. So if you see properly, and if I maximize it, there should be a plus and that sign which would do it. Yeah, so we basically forgot to add these columns that are created as a part of the functionality in how we are doing it. So this is where we're gonna go back and implement it. So yeah, let's get the party started. What we're gonna do basically go to Jira and add the task first. All right. So actually Epic first, and then we can focus on other things. All right. So I'll just open up Jira. Oops, I've completely forgot. We would need to play. Uh, so T-Bone Gagdev is unwell and he wanted to have a bit of time off. So that's why he can't make it today. Right. So let's choose a letter. Do you want to choose a letter, Gagdev, to play the background music? That'd be cool. Right. Oh, So what do we have for R? Let's have a look. Du-du-du. Let's see how's your choice. Ah, oh, we have rock today, so there we go. Good choice. I like it. Alright, so I'll open up. Actually, I'm not sharing my screen at the moment, am I? No, I am not. Alright, we will go and open up Jira. Okay, cool. So, that is there. We need to add a feature. Yeah. So we need to add a feature and features. So basically, add mapping of um, notes to get mapped to the appropriate columns on the board. On board. Okay, cool. So that would be our very last functionality that we forgot to do. So enable back, free up the space, when your backup comes. Oh wow, that's a big hint from Jira that okay, we need to pick up the pace. We'd like to create backlog. Yeah, why not? We will create backlog, which is great. Fit in your backlog with to-dos. Want to move all your issues into boards first column to the backlog. Yeah, why not? Okay, so this is the backlog here. Well, we have a lot of backlog. So what we're gonna do is we will notes to get in progress. Actually, open that one up. And I'd add finish and story to this one. Okay, cool. So I want this one test view by issues by sprint. Only license seem to have expired this would what? So far as interesting. That's not even my name. On a free plan you can't restrict who can view issues. Alright, I don't really want that. Okay, I just want this issued backlog board. Backlog issues. I was hoping that I could create a actually create a link which would be good. Do, 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 do. Okay. Right. So I guess it will work as we need to create different issues. No, as in tasks. This is a feature, manage issue types. Okay, there's a bug. We need to create task. Yeah, we need to create task. Actually, epic. We needed the epic. A collection of bug stories. No, we needed this feature. Stories, track functionality. Yeah. Okay, so we do need a feature. Any comments? Not really. Oops, I need to juice up my Mac because it has actually is low on battery. Okay, so we basically need nodes to get mapped, and then we need to create task. So task. Okay, so how are we gonna approach this? So say we need these columns. No, not that one. That's ours. Yeah. Okay, so we need. Actually, I don't want to work on anyone else's. One, 0. Okay, fantastic. So no one has basically chosen. Oh, they have actually chosen this one. Anyway, I'm just gonna use this for some functionality observation. So how we basically want to do this is in the board itself. So yeah, in the board itself, so this board is an object. Any comments that I need to get back to? No. So these are columns in the board itself, and the board has the ID, board name, and passcode, and then board notes. So in the board columns, we basically want to do as Tor is about to come in, so I'll send him a link. Okay, that would be the link, and I'll do that. Open up my WhatsApp. And then okay, so open the screen back, and yay, sorry, the other row coder is coming, which would be great. We can tag team. All right. Anyway, so at the moment, we have our board object is basically, I'll open up a draw.io. Is basically we have actually just text. So we have, this is one object, and we have in this one board ID, board name, passcode, and board notes. Okay, which is an array. Okay, so what we want to do is save the board notes in an appropriate column. So which would mean that we would need to have here board columns, board column would be here, and then in this array, board notes would come in. Yeah, I think so. I'll just be right back, guys. I'm just gonna get some water for myself, so won't be long. And in the meanwhile, enjoy the rock. All right, I am back. So yeah, where were we? I'm gonna share my screen again. So all we need to do is basically add this column in. Add this property for the objects in, and then in this, so board columns, so it would basically be like, it would basically come in this way, I think. So this would be the first column, and yeah, this would be the first column. So if I get rid of actually the board notes, I do need board notes. So say for example, column name would be what, C1, okay, and then board notes, board C1, and then board notes can come in that column, which would be in this way. Yeah. and then when this one ends, then this one would finish up. That's the first column right there. And then what we're gonna do the same with, so if this is the first column, just to make it a bit readable. All right, so this one is it. This is notes for the first column, and this one, the column basically finishes here, and then we have another column which would come in this way, and the same would appear for this part here. C2 and board notes. Yeah, I think that should do it, isn't it? That seems pretty good to me. How many comments? No comments. Cool, perfect. Alright, yeah, I think this would be prop. Oh, yeah, this might be a prop here. Suggested body. So this is all the thing, 1, 2, yeah, and board 1. No, this is column 1. These are board. No, column 2. These are board. No strength. And this board column finishes columns. Board column. So I'm just thinking that should we have each of the board column as that, as in each of them are here, and then we should create another board column in that way. So if I mean right, so this could be one approach, and the other approach could basically be this one. So here what we would do is we would so this is board column, and this is the object. This is the no. So the board column can be an object in this approach, and get rid of all this. So this is one object name, and this one, this is finished. Cool. And then we end this board object here, and then we create basically another board column. So this can be another approach. Board column name 1, 2 in this way, and then so forth and on. Yeah, so this can be one approach, and this can be another approach where all the columns are in one in an array in a board object, and or the other approach would be that all the, as in each column is in the board as an object. So object within an object, or array within an object. I'm just trying to think. Yagdev Tori is on his way. I sent him the link to the stream. He's just firing up his laptop, and he will be here very shortly. Um, just to get a bit of your opinion, Gekdev, are you there? Perfect. So I'm just thinking which one would be the better approach, and your opinion will really help. Um, so we have basically realized that we forgot to add these columns in the functionality overall. So we're going back to the functionality, and my approach at the moment is to hang on, can you even see my screen? No, you can't. Never mind. Yeah, so we forgot to add these columns in the functionality to save in the database. So my approach is to basically have two approaches here. So one is having board columns in one array and then saving each of the column as an object, and within that column would be the board notes array associated to that column. So array within an object. And in the second approach, I've got objects within an or object. So each each column is as an object. So this is one object, this is the second, and this is third. But here, each each object is in one array. So which one do you reckon would be suitable? Oh, okay. I guess I'll explain a bit explicitly this time. So, what I was trying to basically say that, see how this is in plural? So, board columns, which means that each column would be an object in an array. So if we have 5 columns in total, this would be the first column, this would be the second column, but they all would be in one array called board columns. And the left one is each column would be an object in the board. So this is column 1, which is an object and that stores board notes. This is another column which is an object again, and this is the third column which is an object again. Does that make sense now? How would the left work in DynamoDB? You can't have separate fields with the same name. That's actually right. Yeah, you can't have separate fields with the same name in Dynamo. True. Okay, so back to the drawing board. Okay. Okay. Sure, I would do that. Just give me a moment. All right. So forget all of this. Then I would say this is the board ID. This is my board. Okay, this is my passcode. 4321, and the first column that I've done is say to do, and then these are my notes. Wherever there would be note 1, note 2, note 3, and then this board column. So if yeah, this wouldn't work. Yeah, because they are the same. We can't have two objects of the same name. Right, right. So I think this would have to be the end and structure how we want to work around this, as in having one board columns as an array. So say for example a board ID is 1234 test my board, and passcode is 4321, and then board columns is to do. Then this is another column here which is doing, and this is another one which would be done. Done. Yeah, actually this makes a lot of sense, because the object's properties can be the same, as in an array, which is exactly how we are saving the board nodes. So basically how we do the board nodes would apply to the columns as well. There's more than one way to do this. Yeah, true. I agree with you, GetDev. What did it say? That would work. Yeah, true. Okay, cool. So this would be our ending solution that we would want to implement. I would do that I would save this in Jira so that the other members can see as well. And this is the ending of the board. All right, cool. So this is the board ID. Now to get back to the appropriate column of the board. So the suggested way would be to store the board columns as an array in the board's object and map and include the board notes in the corresponding in the appropriate columns in the appropriate example of a data set of board of one board object. No. Alright, cool. So we can basically try and improve this a little bit. Why can't I? Okay, cool. So this would be the example data set that would want one board including the columns B. There we go. And then this is closing the array and then the project. So this one would be an extra one. Cool. Yeah, so we have got this. So let's save this as the data set and we can add link issues. Okay, so we need to create a task. So add a column in the add a property board column array in the backend. Add a property main backend add board add include saving board on the backend. Okay. This can be linked SV105 link issue attachment. No, this is not an issue. Link issue, add apps. Yeah, link issue is fine. SV105. Oh, that's a task. That's not an issue. What am I thinking of? I think that would be an epic, I would say then. No, it's going to feature. Link issue, add a child issue. Okay, so the first step to actually we wanted to make an epic. Sorry, bugs and everything. Yeah, we should have made an epic. Epic. Um. Okay, view issue. No student map. So now we need to create link issues block. Release. No. Okay, add a child issue task. Yeah, that's the one we wanted. Tasks. So the task would be choose an existing one. Which one was it? Oh, there. Yeah. Nodes to get mapped. Box. No, not this one. Not this one either. Which one was that? Nodes to get that one. Where's my epic? Epic. Okay. So epic is that one. Notes. Save board columns in database. Add. Save board columns in the DB. Nodes to get mapped. Okay. What else? What else is there? Say board columns. I meant board columns in DB. In from back. Add board columns in the backend and saving when saving the board notes. Okay, and then what do we want to do? Tori said in GagDev that his internet's causing issues and link isn't working apparently. Hang on, I'm just gonna send him the link again. Okay, so the link for him isn't loading, but he did say that it's he's on 3G plus, which I think it might take a bit longer to for him to load the stream, I guess. Okay, cool. So add board in that one. Add board columns in the backend when saving the board notes. What else? Yeah, that's probably it. And then we want to come into the front end and get the board columns from the UI. Columns from the UI. No, make sure. Get board columns from the UI and install and place it appropriately in the data in the board object. Now, I'm not gonna make this more complicated. What needs to be done? Make board columns to be fetched from the UI. Okay, and then pass board columns to the backend. Pass board columns to the backend. Yeah. There we go. I think these 4 tasks would do it for us. This is the board. Board's epic. Yeah, that is fine. Okay. So now what we're gonna do is, since we have the thing created, I'll add everyone to this. There we go, and that should be it. Okay, cool. So now what I think we will get started with the backend straight away. No, let's say board columns in the DB. Okay, cool. So let's get the board up pumping, and then we can take it from there. Anything from Tori? No, still no. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be able to make it get dev because his internet's causing a lot of issues. Alright, so we will go there. Sorry, I was muted. My bad. Completely forgot. I think that happened when I sneezed and I was like, oops, I forgot to unmute myself. Okay. So so we have this save notes one by one, and this is being called here, and then boom, is saving it. All right. So now what we need to do, this is saving the notes. We need to basically somehow insert the board columns in this as well. So the board columns will, so everything from the front end is coming in the request, isn't it? So we can basically include it here. So in the global scope, basically, let board column, yeah, board columns, that's an array. Cool, that would be there. And what do we need to do is notes that one. No, actually save notes one. No, save notes one. Get boards by name. Create a note. Okay, so we are here. Have I got anything? No, not yet. I think Tori might not be able to make it on time. Oops, it's 10:31 already. Oh wow, that time really flied past. But yeah, there has been already good progress. We did a bit of planning. How we're gonna be saving the board columns and board notes associated with those columns appropriately in the data set, and that's going pretty well. And we also planned everything in Jira, so we have the log of everything, which is fantastic. All right, guys. I'm really sorry, Tori, you couldn't make it because of some internet issues. Hopefully, we'll get you. Um, oh, hopefully, we'll have you on Sunday, which will be fantastic. And yeah, if you want to see how we do the very last part of the development stage, which is saving the board with the columns in the board with and the associated notes, join us on Sunday, same time, same place, and the same functionality. All right, guys, have a great night, and I'll see you on Sunday. Bye for now.